Hello, in this video we're going to show you how you can make a development site, or that you can essentially play around with some Insty sites so you can find the one that you like, and then at some point later on you can replace your main site with the development site that you're working on, and we can do this right inside the Insty.sites section in the client area. So I'm going to start here with our test domain, cbpaylink.com, and of course I'm in the Insty app, and I'm just going to move this up so we can see a little bit more of the screen. And that's what the site looks like right now. That's the main domain of the site. And what I want to do here is I want to create another site and use this as my development site. So I essentially want to keep this one just sitting here the way it is, and I'm going to create a brand new site. I'm going to start building it out. And then when I'm done and when I'm all ready, when I think it looks great, I'm going to then copy it over to the main domain of my site and essentially replace the main one that I have. So I'm going to come into Add Site, click on the button, and then I'm going to make sure I am in my domain here, and I'm going to put development site. I'm going to put a long password on here. Now again, make a very strong password for your sites. Most of the times you don't need to use them in the admin section, but if you're using one, I like to put in just a really long string because I always come into my sites through the client area, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to choose one of these sites down here. You can pick any one of them. I'm going to choose Digital Pro, come back up and click Install. Alright, that one's done there. I'm going to go ahead and click and bring back to the Site Tools page, and we should see that right on here. And so if we go ahead and click on that, that's going to show us the site that we just installed. So we're all ready there. We got our development site up and running. And of course, if you need any support on any of the themes that you install, there's a little button right here that you can click on that will have a video of us kind of walking through the support. And then as well, if it's a premium theme, if you need more support, just go ahead and click on that, and that'll show you where to go to for that. All right, so I'm going to come in, just customize something really quickly on this site so we can make sure that it's done. Essentially, let's see, I'm going to look for the front page, and you got to kind of click through these things to figure out which one you're on. Alright, so we're going to go to widgets, and the first text widget, I'm just going to change this to dev site, and then this is a great looking site. Save and publish. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to do to this site. Come back and do a refresh to make sure my changes were made. Everything looks good. I'm going to back out of the dashboard. Essentially just close out of everything. Come back to the client area. Now I'm going to pretend that I am done with my development site, and I want to go ahead and replace my main domain. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come to my main domain right here, and I'm going to go to Edit, and then I'm going to copy this site using this one right here. You can move it to another domain inside your account if you want, but usually what I would do is just go Old Site, copy to subfolder Old Site, and then click the Copy Site button. When that's done, it's going to say it was moved. We'll go ahead and click there. So we should see now two of them. Yep, so we got Old Site right here. If we click on that, it's a copy of the main domain. So it takes everything, the database, it takes all your images, everything, copies it, but you're going to want to make sure that it's all complete, okay? Because this next step, we're going to be removing the main domain, and you want to make sure the copied one is full, just in case you want to go back to it at some point. So as far as I can see, everything looks good, has my posts, has the images that I made. So I'm going to go back to the client area, and now I'm going to come into the main domain, click on Edit, and I'm going to delete the site. Okay, it's going to say, warning, are you sure you want to do this? This cannot be undone. So you click OK, and once you do that, it's going to say it was deleted. So we come back. Now we won't see our main domain, but we're going to go into development site now, and we're going to essentially do the same thing. We're going to copy the site, click CB Paylink. This time we're going to leave this blank because it's going to go to the root of the directory. All right, then we'll just click copy. Going to run through that. When that's finished, we're going to come back. Now we should see again our new dev site, which we installed and is now on the root of our domain. just so you can see how this looks in a standard browser. I brought my Chrome over here. Now if you go to old site, since we made a complete copy of it, your old site will still be reachable right there. And so you can continue if you need to copy some stuff out, or if you just forgot to do something, you can jump back into it. And then again, your development site is still there as well. So that should be an exact copy of your main domain. So then you can come in and of course just click on edit and remove. When you're comfortable with removing your old site, if you want to, you can just do the same thing, go in edit and click remove. Now, because you took a copy of the site, all of the information that was in there, the stored passwords and stuff, are still there, so you should be able to just click, do a one-click login, and everything just like before. So that's how you clone, essentially how you make copies, how you delete, and how you can play with Insty.sites. You can install a bunch, you can make changes, you can do a development site, and then when you're ready, just move them around and delete the ones you don't want, and you're good to go. So thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.